Hey race fans, it's race day, top 5 with me, Frank 5. Talladega, it's the biggest, it's the baddest, it's the boldest, it's the fastest. It produces 3 wide, 4 wide racing, multiple lanes, different types of teamwork between teams and manufacturers. And at the end of the day, NASCAR's most popular driver comes out on top. Number 1, Chase Elliott, baby. Yeah! Yes! 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 First win of the season, taking the Geico 500 today at Talladega over teammate Alex Bowman, Ryan Preece, Joey Logano, Daniel Hemrick. Much needed win for the 9 team, and what a day and what a track to get our first win of the season and our 4th career win. Earlier on this year, Chase Elliott's season has been just okay. We've had some good race cars at times, just haven't had quite the finishes. We've had some bad luck go our way. The only 2 good races that we've had this year was the 9th place at Vegas and the 2nd place run at Martinsville. The last few weeks we've had good race cars, but not the finishes, with the exception of Richmond because we made a mistake by failing pre-race inspection at start at the back and really couldn't get to the top 10. Today, Chase Elliott ran the best race I've ever seen run at any type of super speedway because he's still trying to figure it out, as far as making the right move versus making the wrong move that ends up getting himself caught up in someone else's mistake that even sometimes isn't even his fault. Chase Elliott ran a smart race today. We won stage 2, got ourselves a bonus point, and then towards the end of the last restart, the front 4 were all jostling for positions, and they all got forced to the top. And Chase Elliott had the perfect opportunity to take the bottom and hold the bottom for the rest of the race until on the last lap, some scary crashes ended up finishing the race under yellow and got ourselves a win, got ourselves into the playoffs. I'm so pumped, and I'm sure Elliott Nation is pumped as well. We're going for a championship at Homestead, but first we got to get to the playoffs and get it started. But I'm so happy we got in today. It's just a great day for Elliott Nation. And all the fans were cheering at the end of the race. This is Earnhardt country. I think it's now becoming Elliott country, baby. This is awesome. Number 2, today is the first time that Talladega is running a different type of aero package. No more restrictor plates. We ran tampered spacers on the engines today to keep the cars almost at the same type of speeds that we have with the restrictor plates. But we had tampered spacers. We increased the back spoiler to 9 inches instead of 2 inches. And after final practice, after speeds and first practice were really high, we put back the wicker bills, something that we used in 2001. And the car still went faster. And today they were fast, but they were fairly safe. We didn't see a whole lot of crashes until the very end, which I'll get into, but overall, this was to help improve the closing rate, especially after what we saw in practice, and it worked. I thought that was a great Talladega race today with this new aero kit. I know there will be some of the people out there that say, oh, that wasn't a great Talladega race, I've seen better. Well, for this aero package, I thought it was a great race. A lot of lead changes and a lot of passing and a lot of bump drafting. We even saw the 2-car tandem come back. Worst kind of racing ever, in my opinion. But I thought it was a great race overall, and I hope the fans got their money's worth today. Number 3, teamwork. We've seen teams of drivers with the same teams work together over the years, but lately of the years, it's been teams that have the same manufacturer working together. We've seen, after 2016, we saw the Toyotas at the Daytona 500 work really strong. Then the Fords took a note of that, and they've ended up winning the last few restrictor plate races at Talladega. And then, or I should say super speedways because there's no more restrictor plates. But Chevy analyzed what the Fords are doing, saying, we got to take that in our account. We got to start doing this. And the Chevys, teamwork, the Fords worked together today, but in the end, the Chevys were able to work together as far as making pit stops and staying together and protecting the bottom and not letting the top side with the Fords, some Chevys, and the Toyotas get to the front. It was huge for the Chevys to work together today, and hopefully they can carry that going into Daytona in July. Number 4, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott's teammate, has been pretty much the weak link of Hendrick Motorsports this year, if you can believe it or not. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I said Alex Bowman been the worst as far as Jimmy Johnson and William Byron, because we know Chase Elliott's kind of the leader of Hendrick right now. Alex Bowman picked up his first top 10 of the season, I believe, today. His first top 5 since in quite a while. And by the way, he led for the first time this season. A huge day for Alex Bowman. And after today's race, he's currently in the playoffs at 15th spot. That's the first time, I believe, this season. I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first time this year that Alex Bowman is in the playoffs. If the playoffs start today, Alex Bowman would be in. So a much-needed points day for Bowman. They got some stage points with Chase Elliott. It helped their position as far as some other guys. They had problems in the race, guys above them in points, guys below them in points. A huge day for Alex Bowman overall, and he really needed this finish. And number 5, thankfully, this aero package today produced some smart racing, and there weren't really a lot of huge crashes until the very end of the race. leading up to the last restart, we had a huge crash where Chris Buescher got tapped from behind by Eric Almirola and went hard into the wall, got rammed from Matt DiBenedetto and Justin Haley, who's making his Cup debut today. They had some really hard hits. Thankfully, they're okay. And then on the white flag lap, Ricky Stenhouse had a tire go down. And he hit the wall, and then they didn't throw the yellow. 2 corners later, David Reagan got loose off of 2 and hit William Byron, and that sent him over into Jeffrey Earnhardt and Kyle Larson, who went tumbling down the backstretch about 8 times. Thankfully, everybody was okay. But a quick word on Kyle Larson. He's having a crappy year. I mean, he is 21st in points. He's just having an awful year. And I thought the 4-leaf clover scheme today was going to help him, but I guess not. Quick shout-outs to our 2 rookie contenders who picked up their first career top 5s, Ryan Preece, who finished on top 10 in Daytona, and Daniel Hemrick. This is his best finish of the season. Much needed win for them today. Finish for those guys today. And also shout-out to part-time veteran Brendan Gaughan, who's really good at this type of racing. He finished 8th, and he didn't qualify yesterday because he went home for his son's first Holy Communion. So that's really special and a good day for Gaughan. And also an 11th place for Corey LaJoie today. Really good run for Corey. So up next is the Monster Mile. And unfortunately, if you see my videos, I've been there in the past, I'm not going to be able to go this year because I am still in school. And unfortunately, I won't be going to Dover at all this year, so it's sad. But I will be going to race this year. I guarantee you that. For anybody that's worried, oh, you're not going to race this year? No, I'm going to race this year. I'm going to go to the night race in August. I'm going to go to the Roval in September. And I'm probably going to go to Martinsville for the first time, and I'm really excited about that. Only time will tell. But up next is Dover. And the last time they were there in the playoffs, Chase Elliott was the winner. Can he back up this win today in Talladega and take it to Dover next week? Can Jimmy Johnson, the king of Dover, reign supreme once again? Or will Kevin Harvick, who had an early exit today after a top 10 crash with his teammate and a couple of others, get his first win of the season? Or will Penske and Gibbs continue their dominance? Time will tell. So subscribe, like, Elliott Nation. Take this celebration, enjoy it. Congrats to Chase Elliott, and I'll see y'all next week.